Hello, my PDOT, and welcome to day 5 of the Fine Motor Challenge. Today what we're going to be up to is we're going to be making a lacing card out of cardboard and the sheet of paper I have in my packet. And let's go ahead and get started and see what we'll need. So for today's activity, what we're going to need is you're going to need the white sheet of paper that we have. You're going to need a piece of cardboard. You can get a piece of cardboard from one of your Amazon packages. You're going to need a hole puncher. And you're going to need either shoelaces or ribbon/string. With this fine motor activity, the very first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take our handout and cut into the heart shape. So again, with this, you're going to have your child grab the scissors, tell them to put their thumb into the smaller opening and three or four of their fingers into the larger opening, and always make sure that their thumb is up. Thumb is up and wrist is neutral. And as you can tell, this is not only a cutting activity, but it requires bilateral coordination. So if your child is still just snipping or cutting lines, you might want to help them with this part of the activity and prepare it for them and make it a little bit easier for them. And if not, they can help guide them. Tell them to hold onto the paper as they're cutting and to adjust the paper as they cut. Okay? Just like this. I'm cutting, I'm moving. Keeping, as you can see, my thumb up the whole time. Adjusting in the sharp corners, you want to make sure that they rotate it. Alright. If you notice that your son or daughter is starting to go like this, that's when you tell them to keep your elbow in. You're almost done. And tell them once they finish, good job, you did it. There's your heart. So we're going to use that heart as a template to cut our cardboard. Okay, so the way we're gonna do that is that you can do it one of two ways. You can keep this on top of the cardboard, have them cut with the cardboard and the paper just on top. If that is a little bit too difficult for them, you can tape the heart onto the cardboard. And if that's still too hard and challenging for them, then that's when I think as a parent, as a therapist, you can kind of pre-do it for them. So for this activity, I'm going to just place it on top of the cardboard and cut through it. With the cardboard, you feel more resistance, and that gives them more proprioceptive input as they're cutting. They feel it more. This might be the toughest part right here. So you do one side. With the cardboard, I think it's easier to do one side at a time. If they need to readjust or give their hand a little break, that's okay. As this is a little bit on the tougher, challenging difficulty for them. Now you can do one of two things after this. You can either glue it, which you can have them make a design if they want. But for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the hole puncher, and I'm not gonna do that. So what we're gonna need to do now is that once you grab your hole puncher, you're gonna have them, let's start with the very bottom, punch holes, because then after that what we're gonna do is we're gonna be able to lace using the different ribbons or shoelaces we have. Like that, see? Now this is a good activity to work on hand strengthening. We're gonna cut all the way around. What I love about this activity is that it works on so many different things. You can, if you want, before you do this, you can mark your cardboard with little dots with pencil or marker to help guide your child to know where exactly to put the hole puncher if it's too difficult to follow along, or if they're making too many holes next to each other. As you can see, there's a couple spaces here for me that is a little bit more challenging. Or halfway there. And similar to cutting, you have to, with this activity, adjust the heart using your non-dominant hand. So your dominant hand is the one that's hole punching, while your other non-dominant hand is the one that's adjusting the heart. And it definitely will help if you put this over the table, as you don't want it to leave a mess. So here we are. We have our lacing card using the cardboard that we had. Okay. So we're gonna take our string, our shoelace string, and similar to yesterday, we're gonna make this knot. So I'm gonna just show you real quick how to do that. You're gonna take the back end of your shoelace and you're gonna make it into a circle, making sure that the shorter end goes behind the longer end. And you're gonna tell your child to take your shorter end and bring it around and inside of the opening, okay? Around and inside the opening and pull, okay? And you're gonna do that twice. We're gonna start with the bottom for this lacing activity. So we're gonna bring our string and take it, pull it all the way through. There you go, that's where your knot is. Okay, so now there's two different ways you can lace this card. I'll show you both. So the first way you can lace it is you pull it all the way through and then you put it straight into the next hole like this. Okay, so you're putting it in from above and pulling it all the way through. Okay, so now you see how it makes this groove. You're gonna now turn it around. See now where the string's coming from? The back. And with this way of lacing, you do the same thing but from the back side. And you can tell your kid to flip between both sides. So you're gonna put it in through the hole and then take it and pull it through. And again, you'll see on the back side now it makes a similar groove. Now you can do it that way all the way through. Or the other method you can do is, see the string is coming up from above? Well, instead of putting it in like through the front, you go to the back and you go from the back. So you see, I went like this, I went to the back and pulled it through. And now you're gonna see it's created this side stitch. Okay, and then again you have it from above, and you take your string and place it from the back, as you can see the back. Now it's coming in through, and you just make sure to have them adjusted so it doesn't fall on the other lace. But see, now you have two of them, and you can tell your child to bring it all the way through, all the way till you're at the very end. And this is also another good activity as like a hand warm-up before you get them writing or doing other activities or crafts at the table. And at the very end, I always have my kids or students take it all out, practice working on the coordination of taking the lace out. So that's it for today's activity. We are done with the 5th day of the Fine Motor Day Challenge. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video if you found it helpful.